right, we are live. We're back at it. Chicano Turner style. Man, that was a mission. I sent the link already via text to Johnny Hash Brown, to Johnny, so he should be able to come in without any issues now. So God willing, he's gonna be able to get in here. This thing too doesn't allow me to. It's not allowing me to comment either. I don't understand. Is it because I needed to be in a laptop? Is that the case? Maybe. I really don't understand. So yeah. So right now we're just waiting on Johnny. Um, how you guys all doing, man? Sorry about the whole mess and the circus that we just did today, man. Right now, I really wanted to use his other phone, man. This is actually a Galaxy S8 or something. So, man, this threw a monkey wrench on everything that I was trying to do, man. Really, for reals. We ain't got nobody looking at us right now, man. That kind of sucks. I guess we scared everybody off. But that's why we. So let me connect this phone with the charger before it starts to die. So I send the link to Johnny. So yeah, so today we're gonna go ahead and interview him tonight. We're gonna go ahead and talk to Johnny, and he's gonna go ahead and tell us his life story, his upbringing, and all that stuff. Well, here he is. Man,
Can you hear me?
add to the stream. Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going? What's going on, bro? We got it.
Yes, sir.
We got it working.
Man, that was a mission, dude.
My bad, bro. I don't know what was going on.
You know, I don't know why I'm unable to comment, dude. And now I'm thinking that maybe I was doing everything to a T, man. The numbers, the link and everything, dude. And I don't understand. I mean, and I'm unable to comment right here too. I don't understand either. How am I even going to be able to comment right here? Teresa's here.
What's up, Teresa?
Hello, back again. Howdy, haven't seen you somewhere before. Have you seen? Yeah, we're just jiggling like juggling like we were juggling like in the circus, eh? Man, that was a straight up mission. Man. I was jiggling the pinches balls or whatever they throw up in the and yeah, that was a straight up mission, man. And maybe I'm thinking because maybe the phone doesn't have a line, and I was just trying to use the Wi-Fi. I don't understand. Maybe because I was able to send you a link, via text without issue, and we've done that in the past, I believe, and I did that yesterday with I did that the same with Carlos yesterday. He came in and he started talking a little bit about. I don't know if you see the podcast last night, Mr. Johnny. Or we caught the replay or something. But we were just chatting. We're talking about his experience of in the slabs. How he came about and the whole thing. So all right, man. Tonight's your night. Today's a special edition, guys. Special edition with Johnny Hash Brown. He's gonna go ahead and tell us, his story. What he has to say with in regards to his upbringing and how he lives today, and give us a little treat about experience also in the slabs. So all right, Johnny. So it's all you, brother. It's all you, man.
Well, I don't know what you want to know to begin with.
So
But
let me go ahead and ask you. Yeah, let me go ahead and ask you, brother, so I can, right at the top of my head. So, okay, so tell us where were you born? What city? What state? Um, and how did you end up over here in the United States? And tell us, yeah, tell us how you were, how was it over there and how was it over here? And let's start with that, brother.
all right. Well, I was born in Mexico City in 1984, and I was lucky because my mom had residency papers because my grandpa would migrate back and forth from Redwood City. Actually, I think he'd go to Chicago as well, since the 60s. So migrating to the United States was fairly easy for my family because my mom already had the language. She already spoke English. She already had residency. My grandma had residency. A lot of my uncles and aunts had residency. So when I was 2 years old, my family migrated to Northern California. And I've been here basically ever since. um, on a couple of occasions, I actually did go to Mexico to live, so I have like a year or two here and there where I've gone to Mexico. And every time I go to Mexico, I'm an English teacher. And I grew up doing
Okay.
um,
Yeah.
construction here in California.
So let me ask you this. So you moved to school right here too, right? You went to elementary. You did the middle school. How was it? How was the school here? How was the schools over here? Regards to that, how did you do? And geez, I don't know what he's doing. Yes, tell us how it was let's say in your elementary, middle school, and high school, and that same order. Um, so tell us a
Well,
little bit, brother.
um, I didn't really ever have a culture clash because I learned English through watching cartoons. So by the time I got into kindergarten, like I could get by. Um, you know, but the middle school, or I mean the elementary school I was in, or the kindergarten elementary, it was full of it was like a predominantly Mexican school. Like it was a bunch of Mexican kids, a few white kids, a few black kids, but it was a barrio, it was like a lot of Mexican kids there, and they were rowdy, bro. The Mexican kids that I grew up in that school, they were super rowdy. They'd get in fights, and you know it was just kind of that type of atmosphere. And then when I got to elementary school, I was already tougher than most kids because, when I went to elementary school, I went to like a preppy elementary school. So, and I lived in the ghetto. I lived in the Mexican and black neighborhood. So when I got to elementary school, I started becoming like a bully's bully because
Okay.
I would notice somebody like picking on a kid or something, and I'd grab him by the neck, and I'd say, "Hey, give him his fucking toy back," you know. And then because I was already tougher than most kids, I come from a different background, and these other kids, they were pampered, they had it all, so I was able to just regulate on everybody.
You was a regulator.
I was a regulator, bro. I kept it fair for everybody. I was a what do they call those? I was a yard duty. I was a I was a yard duty bully, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
So,
But
how was it in middle school, brother? As you were growing up already, you had a
middle
lot of
school,
diverse.
yeah, there was a lot of diversity, man. So California, that's why I love California. We have all kinds of diversity here. I grew up with classmates of all colors, shapes, backgrounds, cultures, and a lot of them spoke different languages, but it was fun. It was a good atmosphere out here. Middle school was no different. That was right before high school. Middle school was I was actually pretty popular by middle school. I had a few girls that I would go out with, consider them girlfriends or whatnot. And then, when I went to um, high school was different for me, man. I didn't have like a set of people. Like I didn't have a group of people, like, because I had family members from two different sides of a gang here in California. So when you're Mexican growing up in the 90s, like you're supposed to in a sense choose a side because everyone was choosing a side between um one type of gang or the other. But
Barrios.
I really didn't choose a side. I would hang out with the Sureños sometimes, and then I would hang out with the Norteños sometimes, and then I would hang out with like a group of girls sometimes, and then I'd hang out with my little clique sometimes. So I was always moving around, and the cool thing about that is that I was able to make a lot of friends that way because I didn't belong in like just one section. I was everywhere. At what age did your interest start playing the guitar? I played the guitar my whole life. My dad plays the guitar. Um, and I played since I was maybe like 5 or 6 years old. I suck at it. I'm okay, but uh, I like it. I like to sing. I like to play music. I like to write poetry. I like to dance. That type of thing. You know.
Really,
Yeah.
Simon. Yeah, so you had your own little clique and stuff like that. You was kicking it, so you had a lot of friends back in high school.
Yeah, in high school I had a group of friends. We were it was weird because we weren't segregated. Cause like high school in those days was very segregated. We had all the white kids were in the quad, and or if you were like preppy or if you had money, you were in the quad. And if they had a wall of Polynesians, there was a Polynesian area where there was a big wall, and you had Fijians and Tongans, and it was all segregated. But my group was different. My group was not segregated at all. We had black people in our group. We had Mexican people in our group. Uh, we just had different people in our group, bro. And we had a white boy in our group, and he was pretty cool. And then we had different people in our group, man. It was a mixed group, and we had each other's back too. Like if anybody or if anything had or anybody had a problem or whatever, we would all team up. So that was kind of cool too. Yeah.
See what he says?
Yeah. Did you learn Spanish? Yeah, Spanish was my first language. Spanish was my first language. Um, you know, I I got my family got to the United States when I was 2.5 years old, and at that age, my Spanish was fluent. Like I could tell you a bunch of stuff in Spanish at that age. But like I said, I caught on to English really, really fast because of the cartoon. I would watch so many cartoons that by the time I went to school, I was already mastering the language. I was a loner in high school and middle school. Well, I could be like that too. You know, I there were where I just wouldn't hang out with anybody. You know, but I was always welcome in the groups that I would frequently visit. You were a popular kid. Everyone knew who I was, and I had a secret to
Right.
emails. Is I would always greet them with a hug. Always greet them with a hug, and it was interesting because I would get a lot of flack from the guys, like, "Oh, you're hugging all the girls, and like, you must like, this girl, and she's hella fat, and you're hugging her, and she's hella ugly." And I'm like, "Hey, bro, she's just my friend." But I was just so smooth and so cool with the females that like I had a bunch of female friends. Like I could I could hang around a group of female friends, and I sometimes did. And it was fun. Like I could like lay my head on their lap and read a book or whatever, and it was just a fun situation. And I meant to ask you too, Carlos, last night about the guitar, by the way. Yeah, for real. I don't know how long Carlos been playing the guitar. I know that he plays as well. But
Yeah.
how about you, Chicano Steve? You play guitar?
I have familia that son músicos,
Hmm.
and I try to play the bass. I was trying to learn because my uncle he was a bass player, but he knew how but he actually he knew how to play all the instruments, all of them,
Mm-hmm.
the piano, the stuff like that, and the guitar, the 12 string guitar too as well, you know. And ellos se llamaban el grupo Triángulo, you know. And it was a bunch of cousins, from Mexico, a bunch of they're like they're great uncles to me, and they were cousins, So eran primos, un montón de primos. They got together and they started playing music, and they call themselves a Triángulo. And they would actually get some good gigs, man. Um, they'll go around the whole state, and different places like Texas and Arizona, and places where it was like really popular, to uh,
Mm-hmm.
they'll go like on tours, dude. And they were really good, but I never really caught on to it. I really didn't like it that much, I didn't have the patience to learn, dude. um,
Mm-hmm.
I did learn the Santana, the beat with the bass. It was kind of simple. So like tum 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 tum. Oye, cómo va? That song from
Yeah, I
Santana.
know.
And so yeah, that's kind of what I was doing. So yeah, that's what the heck happened right here? Oh manches, this thing's acting dumb. Anyways, yeah, so it never really caught on to me. I really didn't have patience for it.
Uh-huh.
My dad would play the guitar, and he lo hacía a su manera él. Rest in peace, my father. Rest in peace, my father. He played, and at the end of his life, he was playing a lot of music.
Mm-hmm.
He began to a lot, write a lot of music, and he was writing. Um, Sometimes like over and guitar over there in the church we were going at, which I'm supposed to see. So yeah, Carlos asked previously, if you're a popular kid, he's one of the questions.
The I think you were cutting off a little bit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Carlos was asking if
Oh, well, you were a popular kid. I was kind of popular, yes. I was kind of popular. Everyone knew who I was.
It's kind of slow. There it is. Man, you know what the heck's going on?
I can hear you, bro. It's just sometimes it gets a little choppy.
Yeah. So that's what he asked. You know, were you a kid?
I mean, everyone really knew who I was, you know. I wouldn't say I was popular, like they would choose me for everything, but I would say that everyone knew kind of who I was, you know. I wasn't famous for anything, or well, I did get third place on my talent show for my high school. I did a little salsa skit, so I was dancing salsa with Marisol, she's a Mexican girl, and we got third place. We got I well
Órale.
I still know how to dance, you know, but back then I was really into it, bro. And so everyone knew me after that, especially, you know. But yeah, I mean, I could say I was a little popular. How long have you worshipped Democrats for? Bro, I don't care who, bro. You know what? All right, look. I'll do you a favor here, Carlos. I vote Republican, okay? Even though it's not true. I don't vote Republican or Democrat, but I'll say I vote Republican just so it could be on the record that I'm a Republican. If that makes you happy. What kind did you get?
She was asking Carlos about guitar. What kind of guitar did he get?
Oh,
Um, it looked like it's, what was his answer? I'm like falling behind on this stuff. This thing's acting dumb, dude. I'm trying to click on this. It's because my screen's all cracked, dude. And I press a button and it goes somewhere else. It's like not
uh-huh.
not even accurate anymore. It's not being accurate no more. Um, so I gotta get me another. That's what I use up on that. It didn't work. Yeah, you know, that's just the way it is. But yeah, brother. So yeah, you tell me, so high school. What did you do after? So I'm assuming you graduated, right? High school.
I'm having a hard time understanding what you're saying. You come in and out.
Oh, I was simply asking. I'm assuming that you finished high school, and what did you do afterwards after you finished high school?
Um, After high school, I went straight into construction because my dad was a floor guy. So, you know, I was making really good money right out of high school. When everybody was going to college, I was making like $1,200 a week doing flooring. Um,
Oh,
so you know, I didn't see the need to go to high school. I started taking some college credits eventually, but I took salsa classes and I took philosophy classes because I really love philosophy. Yeah.
orale. So you actually had some so you have some college credits then, right? So
I
you
have
went
a
to
few
college.
I have a few college credits. Just I don't remember how many semesters I took salsa. I took a few semesters of salsa, then I took philosophy for a few semesters too, I think. So I learned about Plato and about Socrates and about uh, Kant and about just all these philosophers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So after afterwards, after that when you were working with your pops and everything, how long did you work with your pops?
Maybe like a couple years, something like that. You know.
Okay. So so what did you do after that, brother? I know that you can tell us about your you said you have children right now. So did you get married right afterwards, or you were already just like during the time
No,
you were working with your pops?
no. I stopped working with my pops, and then I actually went to Mexico in 2010, and that's where I met my ex-wife. Is in Mexico 2010, and then you know I lived in Mexico for a couple years, like 2 or 3 years, I forget. And then my son was born with a heart defect, so I had to come back to the United States, and so we had all of his like medical records transferred, and they were able to treat him here in the U.S. So you know, so yeah, that was pretty much it in a nutshell. And then I stayed with my ex for like 7 years, and then we split up 2017, and then we got back together 2019, and then we split up again shortly after, like 2020. Yeah, and then that's it. So I'm single now. uh, and that was pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it in a nutshell.
So how was your life with her? Like with your kids when you had your first child? So you actually got married?
Yeah, we got married. We got married in Mexico.
Hmm.
hmm
And how did you meet her?
Um,
She
it
said,
was at a
"A ver,"
party. Yeah, it was at a party. We met at a party, and then we started talking, started dating, and then then she got pregnant.
Ooh.
And so then we got married, and then we moved over here.
Yeah. So that's what you have. And the party. Oh,
Uh-huh.
was it like they have over there in Mexico all the time, where the whole town goes, stuff like that?
You cut off again. It's because sometimes I could hear you straight, and then sometimes you cut off, bro. Bad connection, Steve, I think, because voice is really scrambling. Yeah.
I'm just ando salado el día de hoy, neta que sí. I
Chicano
don't know if you can hear me
U-turn.
now. Puro Chicano U-turn.
I can hear you, but
Yeah.
sometimes like when you go off for a while, fool, asking like a long question, it'll start like I start hearing you like if you're underwater, like it's all broken up and stuff. See, now you're gone. Chicano.
I'm being a little chopped up here. I think I hear myself or something. What the heck happened? Oh my gosh. I don't know what's happening. No manches. Damn. It's a trip. Yeah, I'm gonna turn off my cam. See if that helps. Um, I don't know if you guys can hear me better that way. Jonny took off, or he scrambled off. Let's see if he comes right back in. So I know you guys can hear me just fine. I'm trying to keep up with what you. Okay, yeah, guys. Yeah, I can see that. I can hear myself a lot better now. Um, I need an avatar, man. I need to put my avatar right there. How do we do that, Carlos? If you can tell me. Man, I'm just kind of like all new for all this stuff. Like I'm trying to figure it out, and we're trying to do everything on the fly. So that's kind of that's kind of what's screwing everything up, man. And I was trying to do everything. I was trying to do everything all at once, and that kind of screwed everything up. So yeah, for sure, Teresa, we had a lot of technical difficulties tonight. It sucks, man, but the show must go on. So we got to keep going. So I'm actually right here in my laptop, but it's actually it's being delayed, so I can hear myself talking, but it's like it's not live, so it's like maybe a couple seconds behind, maybe like 10 seconds behind. But yeah, Jonny, where'd you go, brother? ¿Dónde andas, mi Jonny? Yeah, it looks like maybe he's having problems now. Man, that's all we needed now for him to, for him to have some technical difficulties too as well, man. And I was actually, wanting to do it in his channel because obviously he has a lot more viewership and stuff like that. And so we were thinking about doing it, but then he said that his laptop was not acting right. And this laptop too has been like I was supposed to download this stuff on the Google Chrome or whatever, and this thing's not allowing me to do it. For some reason, it's not downloading anything. It's kind of frustrated.
Shut up!
So you say what? Turn your camera off, Chicano. I think that's what I did already, right? But yeah, man. I don't know if you guys can hear me fine. I think you guys can hear me fine, right? Yeah, you sound.
Shut up.
Yeah, I can hear myself now. This sounds pretty good. So we got 3 viewers right now. So yeah, thank you for just one of you guys, man. Just being one of you guys. That's already a W. That's already a win. As we're just getting started. So yeah, we're just getting started, and I wish I can post up the dang link too, man, like I was trying to do earlier, but it's not allowing me to do it either. for some reason. I don't get it. There's like no option right here on the. Maybe it's because of the phone. Maybe it's because of the phone. It's I guess so. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm trying to click on these things too, and it's giving me a hard time too. You see, that took me a lot. That took me a lot just to get that right there. Would you say what I think about the Llorona? For those that don't know what the Llorona is, it was a woman that they it's like a folklore, if I'm saying it correctly. It's like in Mexico they were saying that there was this woman that had lost her children, and they say that some people it's like a poltergeist type thing, where they actually people see that they will see her and scare the hell out of people like a ghost. So she'll come out and she'll be like, "Ay, mis hijos, ay, mis hijos," and she'll be crying, and looking for. They say that she's still to this day still looking for her children that I guess got killed or something or gone missing for some reason like that. I think that's kind of what I know about it. And they used to always tell us, hey, watch out, man. Te va a agarrar vas a ver la llorona, you know? O ahí está la llorona. Si te metes para allá. And something like that. So they would always try to scare us like that all the time. So yeah, it was kind of crazy, man. And yeah, Kimo Flicks, peace, 100%. Got you, brother, man. Thank you for stopping by. We're here. We're waiting on Jonny, see if he can come back in. I guess maybe he's having trouble now. First it was me, and now it's him, or whatever's happening. I'm trying to click on these things too, man. I'm trying to put you guys stuff up here too, man. It's not even working. Like I said, my phone's all cracked up, man, and it's giving me a lot of fits tonight. Ando salado el día de hoy, la neta que sí. You know, yesterday, you know, Migo, close that door, please. And so, yes, last night we had a good talk with Carlos.
Stinky.
It was pretty good. So, yeah, to open up with his life story a little bit, he told us that, you know, he was somewhat of a popular kid in high school, where he knows how to dance salsa and all that stuff, and it looks like in elementary he was sort of like a bully's bully or something like that. He'll bully the bullies, and he'll be like trying to protect the other young kids and stuff like that when they're trying to get bullied, or just, hey, you know, some other food takes his toy or whatever, and they're trying to do stuff like that to him, and he'll just come in and all that stuff. And but yeah, Jonny is eating hash browns, eh?
Brownies.
Yeah, maybe I haven't seen him back. Like, it's not coming in. I don't know what happened to him.
I think he died.
But yeah, let me turn on my camera, see if that kind of if I sound any better, or if I'm still being chopped up. That's funny. Damn, man, I'm right here listening to myself over here. I'm having a lot of, you know, I'm clicking on those things to put you guys stuff up here. But Yeah, I'm trying to put the stuff up here too, man. I don't know what the heck's going on with this stuff too. It's acting dumb. But I want. But yeah, Jonny, we're trying to get into with him. Like what was his adulthood like? Like in his 20s and stuff like that. Um, he said he got married, so in Mexico, and he had, you know, he has two boys. To my understanding, unfortunately, one of his sons, the one that was born, has a heart defect. Um, and that's very unfortunate. But the kid actually, he's a miracle. He's still alive and he's still out here. He's playing like a normal kid. And yeah, we talked extensively about a lot of things. Me and him actually have pretty good chemistry, and yeah, I actually enjoy talking to him all the time. It's kind of like with T. When I talk to her, it's always a pleasure to be talking and stuff like that. And even if it's just random stuff, we go ahead and we keep each other a little bit company, and we get to talk a little bit, and it's always enjoyable. I really appreciate that, T. When um, you listen to me, and we listen to each other when we're talking. You know, so actually, it's kind of like therapy of some sort. Because we don't have too much folks that we talk to all the time. And so we're most of the time we're just we keep to ourselves. And I'm always over here with the boys, and they're attached to me at the hip. So everywhere I go, these guys go with me too. And I cannot go anywhere like I'm still. He hasn't returned. The guest is wide open. I wish I could just put the link up there too for anybody who wants to come in and talk. We have to work on this whole thing, man. Um, like I said, we're just learning on the fly. He has a lot of better chance with his laptop. When he does things on his laptop. That's why I was trying to get my laptop to work, but the guy said that they don't make those things no more, and it'll be just only for parts. And I got the so I told him, so how about if we take out the esa madre, that it has the motherboard or whatever it is, the chip, and take that out, mijo, from the look, the laptop. Take that green thing out of it. Yeah, so I was telling the guy that I usually go to where I buy phones, and they take my phones to get repaired, or where I bought the laptop, the one I have, the MacBook Air from Apple. Um, so I told him, just put the chip. Thing is this thing right here. This thing. What's it called again? I'm not sure what it's called. It's like Seagate. Has 1,000 gigabytes, according to this thing. The guy was telling me they had like tetrabytes or terabytes or whatever you call it. So that's kind of what the guy sold me on with this dang phone. I mean the damn laptop, because he had actually I had sent him to my original laptop. I told him to fix it up. That fool never did. He said he lost it, and he gave me this other one and says, "Oh, this one has all the bells and whistles, and this thing's gonna be working a whole lot better than the one that you had, because it has a lot more storage and stuff like that." And I was like, "Well, okay, well, if you don't have it anymore, well, what can I say, And I think it's because that fool was like that fool had a bunch of TVs, a bunch of laptops, a bunch of like electronics, because that fool knows how to fix TVs, and he knows how to fix laptops, and he knows how to do programming and all that kind of stuff. And this fool says no anything, he just repairs. So a lot of people will take their laptops and take their phones or whatever, they'll take to him. Es el hijo de la pastora, and I think he was like on a binging, like in a. At one time, he was just like binge drinking, eh? And he was just drinking. You'll see this fool with a big old 40, man. Some of that 211, dude. Like what? That 211 is crazy, you know. And I think the guy's not all there, and he takes medication. So sometimes you'll hear this fool yelling and stuff like that. And then the other time I heard that they were telling me his brother-in-law, because the brother-in-law was living right there, you know. The pastora, she had a daughter that she died from cancer. So cancer kind of took her away, and a pastora, well, she's like a naturalist, and so she was getting the best of the best treatment, but eventually she succumbed to the cancer. I'm not sure where she had it, but the brother-in-law was right there, and he stood around. And so when he stood around, he has his own church, but you know, he made a contract with the church where he goes, because he was like a leader over there for the youngsters. So what happened was he made a commitment to the pastora to stay there for a year after the death of her daughter. And so that's what she did. That's what he did. And if it wasn't for him, I would have just probably never even went back to the church, because that fool kept looking for me. That fool would call me. He'll come over here looking for me and stuff like that. And that was something really nice about him. Carlos, his name, of all things, his name is Carlos as well. Yeah, shout out to him. Um, Carlos Balbuena. And he has a son. I seen the youngster. He was like about 8 or 9 years old or something like that. Now that fool's like in his early 20s now. Because I went over there for like 6.5 years. So no, actually he was like about 12, maybe 12 or maybe even 14. Yeah, I'm mistaken. But I kind of seen him grow up. You know, the fool's old. Fool got taller than me. And I'm not that tall, of course, but that fool just like a big kid. Well, anyways, so yeah, that's what so this guy was drinking, dude, heavily. And you would think that, he'll have his head straight on or stuff like that. Looked like he was like in some kind of home before that, because a pastora was living with her daughter. But it looks like the daughter was for some reason she they were always together. They said they were like sisters, stuff like that. They did everything together, and they were doing stuff all the time, and they was always like doing the latest and greatest things, because the daughter was like the leading manager, and the one that was giving her a lot of ideas to make money and to do stuff like that, because they're actually, they're pretty rich, man. The pastor and them, they got, that house right there. She has a house in the back, and then she has a swap meet right there where it's like a drive-through, and she made it a swap meet where she had like people selling stuff like that, secondhand stuff. And then she has a church, and then she has her own business on the side, on the side of the building, where she actually sells her products, which is vitamins and minerals, and then she treats people too as well. Gives them alkaline water. She sells it for like a gallon for $20, I think, and she'll be like selling stuff like that all the time.
Hey, I remember that.
And
Oh, Dave, remember the dog?
Yeah, Ranger.
Yeah, Ranger. I forgot all about his name.
So they had a dog. The name was Ranger. My son's telling me that he remembers him.
Yeah, I kind of like
It was a nice dog,
Mhm.
and that fool was like really, really well educated. Well, it was a really nice doggy, and he was like a what kind of dog was he? I don't even know the names of the stuff, but he was like a pretty a full size dog. He was like black
He's a
with like
Chihuahua,
brownish
Daddy.
colors.
Dad, you don't know.
He's not like the common dogs like that, but he was,
It's not a Chihuahua.
he was like a yeah. I don't know. He might have been mixed. He kind of looked like a wolf almost, but not quite. And but yeah. Anyways, yeah. So this fool lost my damn laptop, man. I had a big old screen on that thing. I bought it in a pawn shop, and I had it with the wifey. We had bought it over there because I wanted a laptop because I had a laptop where I actually met her online and stuff like that. But it wasn't working for me anymore. It was like I wanted to upgrade really. So I gave that laptop to her daughter. I don't even know what the heck happened to that laptop, to be honest with you. I just know that yeah, that I had, we had Wi-Fi in the house that I was paying. You see, man, I had everything, like was in order. I was working my butt off, man, working for the junkyard, doing towing. You know, I made money like that, and I hustle on the side too as well, fixing other people's cars and make money however I can. Yeah, nothing illegal, of course. Allegedly, but but it was more like it was like I had to do what I had to do to take care of my family, because when we moved right there, she mijo, not right now, mijo. I'm busy, and so my son wants me to draw him a deer right now. Like,
And I can shoot
so,
it.
so we're gonna do that later, maybe. Yeah. So he wants to shoot it with the BB gun, and so yeah, it's just one of those things where oh geez, now I had a brain skid in my my head. What the heck was I talking about? Jeez whiz. Oh my gosh, man. I'm all over the dang place today, man. Seriously. Yeah. But yeah, the pattern man, she was running a lot of Ponzi schemes, eh? She says it wasn't. But come on, man. You know, it was like because I know about that stuff, eh? From like the past. If it was not a Ponzi scheme, it was like a pyramid scheme, which is practically the same thing. And she was running stuff like that, and she'll fool people into getting stuff like that because in order for you to make money, you have to get people. So if you got yourself, for example, you got $500 to go in, you got $500, right? Now you got to get two other people that put in $500, and then those people need to get other two people. So it goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on and so forth. And so you're gonna be collecting them people's money, and then you can just end up, when you get to a certain amount, then you're gonna get to pay yourself, basically, And so at the end of the day, somebody's gonna end up holding the bag. That's why they make it illegal here in the United States. It's completely illegal to run anything Ponzi or pyramid schemes like that, eh? And luckily, she's never gotten caught, man. But I could see why the church was empty, eh? Because how the heck's God's gonna bless you when you're running stuff like that? That's not God's stuff, eh? And I remember at one point she was running a little dry, and she wasn't making a lot of income because I forgot what it was. I think it was when the COVID had hit or something like that. And so she was running around, and So she was like, oh, well, I got to do something. And she had made this one thing that's called donations. And we had actually about four people, four women that actually joined the church. Oh, you got to go, T? All right. Well, thank you for stopping by, eh? God bless you, man. And take care of yourself. Thank you again, T. So we'll stay in touch. Take care of yourself and Godspeed. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it short to about 5 more minutes, and then I gotta go. Johnny never came back, so maybe he like I said, I don't know what happened to him. He don't need to explain nothing to me, by the way. So he can do whatever he wants, you know. Obviously, we're all adults, you know. We do as we please. In that sense, of course, you know. So I'm not his, you know, his pops, or he's not my pop, whatever, you know what I mean. But yeah, so it's not to talk bad about her, man, but I'm just telling you guys the story of how things were with her and why I left, you know, because I didn't want to see that, eh? So anyways, when people had showed up, them women, they actually knew a whole gang of people, eh? So they decided to get a whole bunch of people, eh? And I think at the end of the day, they kind of found out how everything was running. And you know, like I said, some people's gonna end up holding the bag at the end of the day. So that person cannot get any other person. You know, they're gonna be minus $500 or whatever the money amount is. It usually was in the hundreds, you know, a few $100s, you know. And then she was like saying, "Oh no, esta persona no sirve. Oh no, esto no sirve." Like saying, "No, this was worthless, you know. This was not getting any people in." Because I was gonna put my father-in-law, and I was gonna get somebody else in, and I was gonna pay his way, so that he can get for him to find out other people. But he doesn't really know anyone else, you know, my father-in-law. So he just so that was a no-go, and I tried to get myself in there, but then I just told her, you know what, I just want out of this stuff, eh? Because I'm not going anywhere. And then she was like, yeah, okay, then it's only fair for me to give you your money back and stuff like that. Because she was the one actually running this stuff, eh? It wasn't no one else, you know, it was just her, because she said it was a program that she was doing with these other people. It was like donation. So basically you have like certain amount of money, you get it, but then you have to donate a certain amount of money in order for you to make this I think you were supposed to win as much as $12,000, but out of those 12,000, you had to give like a 10% thing, you know, which was like $1,200, which was gonna go directly to her pocket, you know, and it was gonna be scheming, you know, scamming all these people, eh? Which is very unfortunate, eh? You know, that she was going that way and she did that kind of stuff, eh? It's very unfortunate. To be honest with you, her own. Husband is right there with. Señorita Teresa Gringa Fajita had. I don't see Carlos anymore. Slap City TV. I think he had to go too. We were interviewing Johnny Hash Brown, but it looks like Johnny probably has some technical difficulties. It looks like his thing cut off because we were doing an interview for him. And but yeah, we're just gonna you know, we're just gonna cut it short. Like, well, actually, we already been here for an hour, so you know, I think that's pretty good, and I think that's enough for today. We did a podcast yesterday, so check that out too, guys. Like and subscribe to our channel. So check out Johnny Hash Brown. Check out Slap City TV, and yeah, guys. So thank you for stopping by, everybody that did. Thank you all for watching in advance. For everyone that's checking us out and checked us out or gonna check us out, even though the pre-recording, because it's gonna be there, you know. So yeah, guys. So God bless you guys, man, and Godspeed. Chicano U-turn. We're out. Peace. Oh yeah. Before I go.
Ice cream ass. Nope. The Jets.
Boom.
The Jets.
See you guys.
The Jets. The Jets.